Hey, what's going on, everybody? Black Keys has a new single. It's called Eagle Birds. Let's take a look at it.
In the tree, one for you and one for me.
This is their second single released off their upcoming album, Let's Rock, and we already reviewed the other one, Low High, a couple of weeks ago.
I'm just gonna get this out of the way. I don't like the song as much as the first single. The song, of course, has some good qualities. I don't hate it by any means, but I just was a little underwhelmed, especially when I was comparing it to the first single, which I was a big fan of. The song continues the overall feel that was presented to us on the first single, Low High. It's got that indie rock, 70s rock fusion sound, and follows the same style of production.
And in normal Black Keys fashion, it does have a very back and forth drum beat with accompanying guitar.
It certainly isn't breaking any ground for the Black Keys. This is a classic Black Keys song from the band. We of course welcome this, but they just didn't break any barriers or blow any minds with this track.
The song opens with a simple 1-2 drum beat leading into the fuzzy, sort of muted guitars. What's his name?
Who's the singer of the Black Keys?
Frickie currently sings in the Black Eyed Peas.
No.
Hey Siri, who is the singer of the Black Keys?
The Black is by Asking Alexandria.
Dan Auerbach. Bach.
Okay. And then comes in the classic Dan Auerbach vocals, which are very muted with that vocal filter and are very droning. Like,
Yeah, it's kind of like the guitar was being played through the bridge pickup and a fuzz pedal cranked all the way to the one side, as well as the vocals being sung through like a 1950s toaster. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's just an observation. In terms of production, the song is just one continuous progression. The song does have verse and chorus, of course, but there's just not much variation between the two. And it's interesting how there's a big guitar solo right in the center of the song. The solo fits the song perfectly, and I just feel like the song was really calling for a solo. And I just really like the way they played it, of course, too, especially that ending part.
yeah, I can definitely see the song getting repetitive after a while, as it is pretty consistent throughout the entire track. I would have liked to see maybe a fun breakdown or other types of variations, but it is what it is. The vocals generally stay within the range of the guitars and don't go too high or too low around it. Again, not a lot of variety in that case.
And when it just comes down to melody in general, I just don't really like the melody that much, to be honest with you. It's not terribly catchy, it doesn't really have much emotion to it. He's basically just singing along to the guitar part. It fits, but it's just kind of boring, to be honest.
The solo part in the middle, though, I also really enjoyed. I think it's fun, I think it's dancey, and I think it makes the song more catchy than it would be without it. It's not often you find a rock song that you can dance to, but this is definitely one of them.
In terms of influence, like I said earlier, major 70s rock feel. Sounds a lot like ZZ Top with a little bit of Foghat, with a little bit of country rock and a little bit of indie.
Lyrically, it's a pretty typical love song. Seems to me like he's talking about not wanting to be lonely, and that he has a girl in his head that he's liking from afar, and that he wishes would just, go out with him or something like that. That was just my interpretation of it, though. The lyrics are kind of vague, so it's hard to tell.
Hopefully it is a woman he's singing about, though, not a dog or a cat or something. Not too much else to say about the song, as it is a little bit vanilla. Did like it. I'm sure it's going to be a great addition to this album, and it was nice to get another sample of what the whole record is going to sound like. But yeah, just a bit of a meh track.
And on that note, I'm giving it a 62.
I'll give it a 63.
Let us know what you thought about the song. Leave a comment in the comment section. Like this video if you liked the review. Don't if you didn't. And we'll see you next time.
Also follow us on Instagram. Here it is.
This is Stephen Hawking. Please subscribe to our responsibilities right now, damn it.